Hi Aries, I hope that you're all doing well. What I was seeing in the pre-shuffle was Six of Pentacles and Three of Cups, which means that you can be having or maybe recently had some like nice type of situation going on. When we have Three of Cups, it can be a gathering or it can be like hanging out with somebody. It can be feeling a sense of support or community around you or just like doing something fun. Three of Cups also, if you're connecting with someone, it can be somebody that you feel kind of like you're on the same wave with that person. The first card that we have coming out is Two of Pentacles. I feel like something about what feels important to you right now within your life can be coming to light. And you can be, I don't know, maybe you've been spending some time figuring this out, like what really matters to you right now with where you are now and really checking in about that. And you can be wanting to do things like focus on stuff that feels inspiring to you, stuff that you actually feel excited about, that you want to be doing. That can be a big focus. Like maybe you're looking at things that you have going on and picking out from the different options that you have. You're like, I want to do the things that I feel most excited about, or the things that feel most inspiring to me, or the stuff that I really want to do. Like I want to focus on those things that I feel really called to connect with, whatever it may be. Maybe there's some type of magic that you're finding in this type of process too. I feel you not wanting anybody to like take this away from you or like get you off track here with this. I feel like you're kind of on a mission here. Some of you have a lot of people calling you. I'm getting that with the Seven of Wands. Maybe that's something that you have to discern as well. Like maybe there are different people, opportunities, activities, energies that want to connect with you, and you can have to be like, you yes, you no, you later. It can kind of be like this type of thing that you're doing here. Seeing someone with a tattoo on their arm. Here that Three of Cups is. Maybe you're spending more time around people that you like being around. Knight of Wands means like these are people that you would prefer to be around, or that these would be social activities that you would prefer to be doing. So maybe you're focusing more on socializing or just focusing more on connecting with things, whether it be activities, people, what have you, that you feel like more of a spiritual and energetic connection to. Because you can be wanting to work with a part of you that feels happy, meaning if you were working with the opposite of this, it would mean kind of feeling like your energy gets pulled down, like a depressive sort of feeling. This is like the opposite of that, where there's an excitement, there's a magnetism, there's an interest, there's even a challenge possibly with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, overall, when it comes to what you're connecting with, this feels like choosing the things that you really do feel like are good choices for you to be making, because they're not things that drain your energy. It's stuff that allows your energy to be sustained. So you can be really focused on when you have good give and take with the things that you're involved with. Again, whether it be like activities or be your relationships, whatever it is that you're spending your time doing. Six of Pentacles being there is like, I want to choose things that feel sustainable to me. So then it can keep me in this space of like having fun and wanting to connect and feeling interested in like having something to do even. And it feels too like it allows you to feel things that go below the surface, and that can be something that feels important to you. For some of you too, you can be on a mission to maybe like go for things that you feel like are going to be worth it to you. And that's just like what you're focused on right now, meaning whether you have this and you want to sustain it or you're looking for it, you can feel like you're really gravitating towards things where you feel like there's equality in the things that you're involved with, rather than feeling like I'm showing up and I'm making an effort again and then I just feel like nobody's really matching my energy. This is like things that are going to match your energy in a way that feels sustainable. So it's not just you giving, but that you also receive, and vice versa. So that's going to be something nice for you, because you'll feel like it can kind of sustain the magnetism and the motivation, and that it allows you to feel lively in a way that you're looking for, rather than something that's just going to take from you and deplete. And then it's like you have to go into like some rest period because this feels like it's not really sustainable. So there is a focus on sustainability. And I also feel too, like, I get this sense of like this feels like different energies that are wanting to connect with you, but you have to like uphold this standard and make sure that there's equality, because I feel like there may be some people or energies that want to connect with you that are not in like a compatible place to be doing the back and forth with you. And this is something that you're going to have to kind of be like a bouncer a little bit, because I feel like there are certain people, certain connections where you'll be like, yeah, this, like, there's chemistry here, like this works, and I feel like it's sustainable, versus like some people that you may have around you that may be like yanking on your energy a little bit, and then it feels kind of like, come on, like, get off of me. You know, you don't want to have to take your time recharging because somebody's taking too much and it's not sustainable. And I do feel like you're going to actively have to be like a little bit of a bodyguard for your energy, but it's not for everybody. This is just like needing to discern between who can be in a sustainable exchange with you, like who can kind of like keep up with you in that way, versus who is not really at that level with you. And that's not about good and bad or anything like that. It's just like what works for you right now, because I'm seeing you really be in a fiery place where if you can like get the right sort of like alchemical balance within your relationships, this is something that's going to be really fun for you. And there can be a focus on you wanting things to be fun and wanting things to be exciting, and you want to have a good time, and you want to just be able to like be in the moment. And if you have to constantly be checking the energy levels because there's like a natural like offset to things, then it's going to become about watching the energy levels rather than like having a good time and enjoying yourself. And you don't want to have to be doing that, not in this type of energy. Other times we're okay with that, but the way that I'm seeing you come out, you don't want to have to take time to be doing that. This is like, I just want to set up the right stuff now, so when I get in the moment, I can actually enjoy the moment, rather than having to watch if my battery's getting drained or not, because this person may take too much and not give back. So that's what I'm seeing there be a focus on. So you can feel like that's where a lot of your mindfulness is aimed right now, and that you're also working with the part of you that can safeguard your energy and know who to exchange with, where you'll get those results that you want, versus who you maybe need to like set up a limit to exchange with those people, or maybe not at all. I feel too like the way that I'm seeing the High Priestess come out here, I feel like you have a very like easy understanding of what's compatible and sustainable versus what isn't. You may have a hard time maybe expressing that a little bit, you know, like having High Priestess here with Eight of Swords connected with it, it can kind of be like, well, you're feeling that, but maybe you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but then you're going to be the one paying for it. So this is about you stepping into an energy where maybe you're advocating more for yourself, because I don't think that this is a matter of discernment. I feel like this is already showing to me that the discernment is there already, but you may not always be the most willing to advocate, to actually say out loud, to assert yourself. And maybe you can do it more easily for other people, right? But when it comes to you, maybe it's somewhere where you struggle a little bit more, but this is about learning to do that for yourself. Otherwise, it's gonna like take away from this for you, and you may not want that. And if you're really like, what about me? What about what I want? What about what's good for me? And you're like living for that. This can be a time where you are becoming more willing to voice the way that you really feel. And understand too that it's not personal. But yeah, it can be difficult, especially when you're very caring, you know, it can, when you feel like you identify as being empathetic, sometimes it can feel difficult. This is a time when you're like learning how to have boundaries, essentially. Because you can't just go into open exchanges with everybody and then think that the energy is going to be balanced if you're ignoring what your intuition is telling you. This is about really validating that for yourself and saying what you need to say, even though you can feel uncomfortable with that sometimes. So it's about working with that part of yourself, because you know what you want here, and this is how you make that happen. This is how you get towards that goal of yours. Because you also, too, don't want to be saying, like, no, it's fine, I can exchange with anybody. And then maybe you have something really ideal that you're not making room for that would actually be exactly what you're looking for. But you're spending time over there with that person because you never said no to them. I get this sense that there's something about a very like inner authentic part of you that is going to be exposed through this process that you may not always feel the most comfortable. It's like if it was with like the person that you trusted most, you could like tell them your opinion about these things, but when it comes to actually having to like confront certain people, it may be something where you don't always feel the most comfortable again, just because it's you. Like if this were another person like needing somebody to stand up for them, like maybe you could go in there and have no problem doing that, but like when it comes to you and your own feelings, you may not always feel the most comfortable. So you're like working with that part of yourself through this. And I'm seeing like that actually be the hardest part of this process for you. It's not the discernment. It's not that like you know what you want already. You know whose energy is compatible and who's not. It's actually about like enforcing that. Because I do get this sense again with this Seven of Wands. I feel like a lot of people wanting your energy and wanting your attention, like wanting to be with you, wanting to do this, wanting to work with you, wanting just all of this that's going on. And there's kind of like a standard here that's set, and you have to be the one to enforce this. And there's a part of you that already knows who can pass through and who can't. You just have to enforce that. That's it. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.